Alright, what's up guys, welcome back to the channel, and in today's video I do want to go over the boss fight game mode here. So I did clear all the way up to tier 7. I cleared tier 6 today on stream, and tier 6 is when you're finally going to need 2 teams. So, you know, people are watching eventually like, oh, I need to build 2 teams, such and such. You know, the 2 characters I'm using right now is Sumi and Xiongju, which I will showcase my characters as well in this video so you can see what they're rocking. But I'm going to talk about how you can go about it and certain things about the boss fight as well that you should consider. So let me just pull up the VOD from the boss fight challenge, since I cannot you know, re-enter or show you guys physically how it's done. So when you do enter the boss fight, you can always test your teams. You can test what teams are good, what teams are not for the certain stage, and just exit out before you clear it. So you can just exit out, terminate the run, and then re-enter perfectly fine. So yeah, as you can see here, 2 teams, and it's teams of 4. Now, when you're doing the first stage, the goal of the first stage is simply just kill the boss. Simply that. Essentially, first stage is pretty easier than second stage. Second stage is more of a DPS check. First stage, you can kind of get away with your dolls that are not as strong. So here I'm pretty much deciding on which dolls do I want for the second team. But it's more of the bossing stage. And considering the weaknesses for the boss, the weaknesses are different between the first tier and the second tier. Or the first phase and the second phase, let's just say that. So I switched around, and then now I'm running Sharkri, Sumi, and then we have Groza here, and I'm also running Lada. Now your goal here actually is that when you're doing these stages, as you can see here, allied buffs for subsequent phases, and then enemies will be buffed in subsequent stages, right? You need to stand in front of the standard armors. Okay, if you stand in front of them, the boss will not be able to attack the armor and gain a buff. And why am I using a setup like this? Well, Rosa also enables counterattack, which can help you get more DPS off with a character like Sharkri. Now, Sharkri is basically like a mini Xiongju, so it still works out in the end. Also, these side enemies here, if you are able to tank their damage or just heal it off, you actually do not need to kill them at all whatsoever. But I end up using Lada to actually kill them off because she's not going to apply that much damage to the boss, if I'm just being honest. But initially I was considering it. I wasn't too sure about it, but I actually just ended up, I believe, yeah, putting the debuff, because I wanted to put the one debuff from her ult onto the boss, and that was it. So as you can see here, sorry about that. As you can see here, you have the down here, and if you don't stand in front of it right here, it'll hit the box. And no, you cannot destroy the box, you can't shoot the box. If you actually obtain a robot in the later stage, this robot right here, so the robot in the bottom left, if you actually use that robot to destroy the box, that is an option as well. But essentially you shouldn't have to do that. You should just pretty much make sure that you're standing in front of it. So yeah, this robot right here. So on this run, I figured, okay, I didn't stand in front of it. All right, so I decided to rewind all the way. So this run will be a lot smoother. So I end up using Lada to kill off the side enemies instead. So Sumi is placed right in front. Okay, and then we have Groza. I also placed Groza right in front. So as you can see, the boxes aren't there anymore. All right, so let's go back. So the boss then hits, right? And then hits here. Okay, getting down with the phase. Enemy starts moving, and as you can see, the boxes now disappear. So you no longer have to worry about it until the next time it does appear. But you literally just have to sit in front of it so it doesn't obtain the buffs. So as you see, I put Sumi on the right side here, right in front of it. And this is a pretty manageable team. I mean, it's literally Sharkri, Groza, and then Lada. And then you have Sumi, which I mean, basically everyone has. And for free to play that actually locked in, you know, they have V1 as well. But this stage, you just need to be able to kill it within the 8 turns, which I think is doable for a lot of people. I believe I killed it on the 5th turn. Actually, no, I killed it that same turn, turn number 4. Yeah, I killed it in 4 turns. People that I would say level 40 though, like level 40 at least, with their helix done for like their best keys, I'm pretty sure that they can do this. I know someone in my chat that, you know, I keep up with on the boss. He actually cleared it level 41, level 41, because he cleared it on Monday. So now we have my second team. So my second team, how the second phase works, and also the cool thing is that its weakness is corrosion and electric. So I decided to put Nemesis here instead. Also, Moizen can be a good option too, right? So second phase is a little bit different. This one is more, you can either force it into a DPS check, or you can play it the way that it's meant to be played. So basically, you know, ultimatum is issued to all allied units. Essentially, you'll have to use this transporter right here to then go to the right side of the stage, and you always have to get to the end point. So I decided to put Krolik in here because obviously she has a lot more movement tiles to get to the end here. So you have to get to the end here in order to complete this side. Now, there's 2 ways you can do this. One, you could do this the natural way if you need to. Say that you don't have enough damage to just kill on the left side. You could do it this way. But what I decided to do, since I have, you know, the burn comp, I decided to actually not do that. So let's see. I have it here. Let me change it back. So I figured I wouldn't have enough DPS to actually kill it off. So I went back and I rewinded to put Krolik back on this side, and I decided to just put everything down. So I did my best to apply Overburn and as much debuffs as possible to have Xiongju with her action support, and then have Nemesis use her ult, you know, whenever, try to use her attack to get defense down. And as you can see, it's already almost near half, and it's the first turn. Even I obviously have, you know, SSR weapons, but even with SR weapons, you should definitely be able to clear this within 8 turns. I'm pretty sure I clear it within half the turns. So it's just going back and back around, back and back around. And even we get some, you know, Krolik action here. So it's going, and then they're just all, you know, playing off of each other. You see a lot of counter, a lot of action support. And then Nemesis, just her ult, she just ends up killing it down. And that's pretty much, you know, the boss fight. So the second part is more of a DPS check. If you want to try the left side, you know, just having everyone just attack the boss. And as you can see, I actually got more points. So 61,000, you need 56,000 points. So I believe even if you don't kill it, if you get near death, it should still be able to clear. So yeah, that's pretty much tier 6 when it comes to boss fight. Now I'll go into my characters so you guys can take a look on how they are. So I am level 45. Fortification, I have V1, which I mean doesn't apply to that fight at all. And then my Neuro Helix is all the way capped out. This is essentially what I was using. I feel like I would have done a little bit better if I actually used concentration. I wasn't even considering that. I probably should have just used concentration. to get more value out of it. And then, you know, my weapon for Xiongju, you know, Golden Melody. And then we have the attachments as well. Here are my attachments. This attachment here is a precision boost stat, which I will talk about because I did unlock that today. And then here's the stat lining here. So 6.2 crit rate, 130 crit damage, 2.1k attack, 6.6 attack bonus. And my Sharkery, I was doing a lot of damage. You know, she has Planeta. I believe QBZ can still work as well. And then we have the attachments. She's also running the burn set as well. I have burn set on both, and she doesn't even have like attack boost on this one. She has flat attack on this one, and it's the only one that has crit rate and attack boost, I believe. Yeah, even this one is defense, so she could have been doing more damage to help me carry. But the attachments weren't going so well for her, unfortunately. And her key has a lot of them. I would say the last DPS that really matters would be Nemesis. So Nemesis has her keys here, and then she has her common key as well right here to give her additional tiles of movement. She is running Arcana from the Battle Pass. Arcana is a good pick in my opinion from the Battle Pass. Not just her, but other characters use that as well. Even Springfield, China in the future, but she is running Phase Strike as well. As you can see, also bad, like crit rate defense, crit rate health. It's the only crit rate and attack boost I have. Yeah, so she's also bad. Like if my characters actually had attack boost on them, it'd be easier. So if you have good attachments, like level 40, like 41, you should be able to do this. You should. Now Lada has Heartseeker, but I didn't really use Lada against the boss. I used it to kill off the other enemies, so I don't really consider her, to be honest. And then Krolik, I believe I only used the ult on the boss, but Krolik is running Yolrid's weapon. But Krolik actually is pretty strong stat-wise. She has 92% crit, but she basically like tickled the boss when using her ult. But yeah, that's pretty much my stuff for my characters. This is Ksenia with emergency repair, and then Groza I run the the ally support. So yeah, that's my guide on the T6, and going forward possibly I could do one for each and every one if it is drastically different, but I doubt. Eventually at level 50, which I will definitely hit next week, we'll have crossroad challenges, so that will be a lot more difficult, I would assume. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Leave a like and subscribe if you guys haven't yet. You guys can join the Discord, link in the description down below, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.